Hello, everybody. It is 4 p.m. Here in Chicago. It is Wednesday, April 20th, 2016. And welcome everyone to the stream. So, today we are going to be continuing with level design and game development of Manifold Garden. So, I did. Yesterday I kind of went through and kind of cleaned up a bunch of levels and then laid out the portal map. One of the things that I did was I created, hey, Meta X Draco and Praetorian. Wow, it is midnight in Hungary. Hey, Clifton, what is up? So, and Angie Plays Games, hello. So yeah, you can see one of the things I did was I renamed all of the hallways. So they used to be hallway 001. Romania. Sorry about that. I was thinking Budapest. As a North American, my geography is not a strong suit. So previously, the hallways were called hallway 001, hallway 002, and it got actually kind of confusing later on trying to keep track of all of them. So what I did was actually just name the hallway based on which world they were connected to. You can see this is world 031. World 001. Now, the reason why there is a bit of text description is so I can kind of have an idea of what the level is without, if you just have the numbers alone, after a while it can get very confusing. Like in an earlier build of the game I only had numbers, and later on it was like, okay, I want to go back to the step level. I don't know, is it world 041A or 041B? Garrett Polk, welcome Garrett. Yesterday I don't even know if it's a bug. It's like so stupid. I just had this setting disabled. But so now you can see that I got hallway 001, hallway 031, hallway 015, hallway 041. So I'm going to go through the game and I'm going to kind of talk about some of the problems that we have left. And so as of today, David is no longer full-time on the project. He's sort of still definitely keeping in touch and will be assisting, and he's gonna be there when I have questions and so on. But yeah, he sort of moved on to work on another project. So one of the things that I'll be doing in the next few days is going through the code base and kind of learning everything. But I think that'll be good because most of the stream has been focused on. Hey, and thank you for the host, by the way. Angie Plays Games. Most of the streams have been focused on level design, and I think it's going to get back. I'm going to get back into coding again. I'm also going to get a. Hey, Garland Bloom, I am. Yes, I need to. Actually, today I was at. The reason why the stream started late is because I went to visit the Young Horses. They are the makers of Octodad here in Chicago, and they actually have been looking for an environment artist, and so they have been kind of thinking a lot about the hiring process and how to interview people. So I just kind of, went up there to meet with them before I really started doing anything. So. But yes, I will. If you send me email, I will get back to you. It's so David. So yesterday was David's last day, so we were just kind of trying to get a ton of stuff done and work on the transition over. So aside from working on the game, I haven't been doing much else. Anyway. Okay. So let us go. Okay, what I am going to do is I'm going to play through the build that we have now. Oh, first I gotta let everyone know on Twitter that we are now live. Clifton, how is it going? Oh, by the way, so yesterday, man, it's sort of really cool whenever people know about Manifold Garden. Like yesterday, I was hanging out on some of the streams. I was watching someone play Wind Waker, and kind of just started chatting. I mentioned I was an indie developer, and they asked me what game I was working on, and I said Manifold Garden, and the person actually knew about the game. Granted, they actually worked at Ubisoft, so they were in, they were in the industry, but still, it was really cool. They were like, "Oh yeah, I've heard people at the office talk about it," so that's always very, very exciting. All right. Oh yes, that was my Steven sausage roll joke. Oh nice, thank you, Praetorian. Thank you for everyone. Hey, Man Wolf X Boss. Oh nice, at Riot Games. Damn, that's very cool. Thank you. All right, so let's hit play on this. I really, really appreciate the support, everyone. Steven sausage roll. I thought, for a long time, I thought it was a joke. A simple puzzle game. Alright, so let's go into this now. So we have like some really cool stuff. What I'm going to do is kind of walk through the later parts of the game where you start moving things, carrying boxes across from one area to another. Okay, so we've got all these levels loaded. So you can see now we've got these hallways. I'm going to no-click out to where the portal is. There we go. Oh, interesting. It's not, huh. Ah, okay, right. So, as you can see, so that hallway is not loaded because I did not make an optimized version of hallway 00, hallway world 01. So you can see, yeah, all of the levels, they have their base level. That's the one I edit, and then there's an optimized version in which everything is collapsed together. Hey, Sanseo. Yes, that is the, Hey, D Rezer, welcome. What kind of game are you working on? Yeah, the puzzles, some of them do get harder, and then the architecture gets more complex, and the reason for that is that in the opening level, I don't want the architecture to sort of interfere with the player learning the mechanics. But then I think it also, what's really nice about that is it makes it so there feels like a sense of progression. Okay, so the one thing we did yesterday was someone in the chat, I believe his name was like random person 467, but they were talking about how walking through this tunnel, we had these like really thin black zebra stripes, and it actually made them it gave them a headache, so it made them a lot thicker, so it's not quite flashing across the screen. So one of the things that is very cool now is when I have a portal, so you can see this blue circle actually shows you the distance at which the level starts to load. So right now it's a sphere. So the reason why so if I have a smaller level, you can kind of walk closer to this area before I load. But if it takes a little longer to load, then I might make the distance a little bigger. So in this case, we have World 001, and it is kind of a big level. So this one's actually a very small level. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just make it like 16. And then I'm going to make this one a little bit bigger. And yes, so in this case, it is an orange spawn point. This should actually be orange. So this is the spawn point is when the player, if we were to click this scene, where the player would start. So let's go ahead and when we hit play, it actually creates an optimized version automatically. Third-person platforming racing game. Okay, that actually sounds really cool. Hey, Wolf Ion 77. Hey, thank you. Yes, feel free to ask questions about the process. No, so that is eventually we're gonna fix it. So, so let me talk about how we are going to fix that. Dead Reser. Okay, I got it. So you can see right now what happens is we've got the level and it doesn't load until here, right? This is looking into World 031 and this is looking into World 001. What I actually eventually want to do is I actually want to just recreate a part of that scene. So we're gonna load in World 001 additively. I mean, we're going to do like a fade. This is all eventually, right now, my concern is just to get everything working on a functional level. Okay, so you can see that this is the portal here. Oh, no, wait, not here. Okay, so this here is the portal, right? This is the portal that connects into the hallway. Now, right now, I've got both of them loaded simultaneously. So this is, in the hallway, this is the portal that goes into World 001. In World 001, this is the portal that goes into the hallway. Now, one way to fake it, so right now it's using the render texture, and that's not, the render texture isn't drawing anything until this level is loaded. What I'm actually going to do is that in this hallway scene, I'm actually not going to have the render texture there until the level is loaded. And before the level is loaded, what I'm going to do is I'll build like a small version of this world and put that there. So like you'll always be looking, even when you look down the hallway, you will see something. Like it's not going to be as fully detailed as this, but you'll see that, and then what we'll do is we'll slowly fade in the oh yeah, this is the oh yeah, it's the freight train this time, so it's gonna be a little while, right? So once you like, we will recreate this section over there. So when you're looking through the tunnel, you'll see that, and then as the level gets loaded in, then we put in the render texture and we blur them, so that there isn't a there might be a little bit of popping. We'll do it. I'll see what we can do to fake it. It's gonna be a lot of like trickery. All right, let's unload this scene now, and we will let's go ahead and remove it, and we'll go ahead and hit play. Alright, so I'm gonna kind of run through these levels, make sure that the portals are working, and then I am going to, and then we'll also talk about some of the problems that we have left and what the rest of development is going to be, at least for the next few weeks. Yeah, so I can make that. I can have the bend. The thing is, you can't keep doing that, right? Because then it's like that becomes a very obvious trick. I mean, that's a really classic way of solving that problem. Okay. Now there is one problem with the you definitely want to have your editor tools no clip. Okay, so yeah, you can see now that this has we're gonna drop down this. So we have this giant staircase that's basically a big joke because you don't have to walk on them, right? So you can see I'm coming down and this speed is such that I can just see it. Right, so right now you can, if you look down into it, because nothing's loaded, but what we do is instead of having the render texture there, we would just have the sort of a small version of the scene. Hey, major idea. That's great. Well, you know, this game is, I think a lot of it is just because I'm well, yeah, an indie developer, or more or less a solo developer, and it's my first game, so it's still, yeah, you know, it's hard to do programming and design and still try to get the word out, but that's cool that you know about it. It's still, there's still, I think the game is going to come out within the next 12 months. We are definitely near the final stages, so which is feeling great. So there's a few problems, issues with this portal. One is you don't know which world you're going into. And I'm not sure I like that. Like, I mean, if you remember it, that's fine. But I don't... You know, and I feel like this view is not the most interesting. Right now, I don't like this room that you come into. It's not, right? So this is the player comes down here after solving a bunch of puzzles. And this is like this is this huge moment. And it's like, and then they're like, holy cow, there is a portal. Oh man, should I put a door in front of there? Anyway, so it feels like this really, really big moment. And when they walk through it, it's just this, like, other room. There should be some windows, maybe. Yeah. It gets in. The thing is, I don't want any communication. I don't want any verbal communication with the player. Whether that's, yeah, I don't really want text on the screen. Yeah, it's the first portal, and it's not the most dramatic. So I don't, maybe I can just straight up go into, okay, so maybe in that case we don't need that level and we can skip it and go straight into this. I think that actually might make it, yeah, so this is actually, well, we've got a good way to, unfortunately not the easiest way to connect them, because that's a portal in the red direction. Like, I feel like we don't need this level. It should go straight into... Actually, we don't need this one either. No, that... There's a reason why I don't want to do that, is because then you can't carry boxes through. Yeah, the problem is that the way World 015 is built right now, you sort of need a... No, you know what, we can do that. Maybe the first hallway will have a bend. Yeah, okay, that's, you know what. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have... Okay, this is actually also a good time to start thinking about how I want to create a pipeline to swap out things. Okay, actually, you know what? This is really cool. Aha. Okay, you know what? I got it. Huh. Interesting. Okay. This is what we're gonna... Oh, that actually solves another problem. Okay, I got it now. So... What? Oh. So we are actually gonna save this as... game scenes. Hey! How did I end up doing the tunnels? They're actually just separate scenes. The thing is, I do need to turn it, because you can see the way World 015 is built, that's a red portal, so the hallway needs to get it to red, right? You need to come in from orange and you need to walk out through red, so that's why you do need a bend. So oh no, wait. Never mind. I think this is actually fine. Well, no, actually, this is going to be problematic because you're going to come out of that level on this. Oh, no, wait, never mind. Hold on. No, I fixed this. Yes. Yeah, okay. No. Never mind. Right. Okay, I have a solution. I'll show you guys in just a bit. So this is actually Portal to World 002. Level systems, bind. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to hit validate. So, this is actually going to be red. Hit validate. So this will connect to okay, so World 001 connects to this portal, and this portal connects to that portal. This one needs to get renamed to World 002. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create a duplicate scene. So scene, create... yes. Okay, let's make this active. Remove scene. Okay, now what we are going to do, we're going to go back to... Okay, so we are going to go to... Oh, no, you know what? First of all, this is named incorrectly. This should be World 015, not World 002. And this should be... scenes, game scenes, hallway, World 015. Okay, I will admit that the naming convention is a bit of a nightmare. Okay, this, there we go. Okay, now let's go into World 015. Am I streaming the whole development, or am I working on it offline and only streaming in set schedule? I am working on it offline as well, so yeah. If I only worked on it during the stream, this game would never get done. Because I usually only stream for like an hour and a half each day, and... Okay, so this is what we're going to do, right? So you see what we've got now is we've got this tunnel coming in. And then we've got this doorway. So I'm going to go ahead and add this portal here. And this is in the top section. Yeah, eventually, okay, so eventually this will need to get redone. Because I don't like the way that looks. Okay, let's go make it even on the other side. This is bottom, this is top. Right, so this, we will make the part that's jutting out 2 units and then push this back to like here. Okay, there we go. Let's see. You can leave. Are you my? I would start streaming live development of some of my games sometime. Yeah, mine is early. There's not much to look at. Well, you know, I mean, it's not. I think there's still a lot of interesting stuff you can do during that early phase if you're streaming. Obviously, it's a very different style, right? Because right now, it's like I know what this game is, and there's sort of a lot to talk about, and you might just have to be talking more about your process. I think you can do like game jams, and the nice thing is you know what you should do if you don't have an entire game is just do game jams every week, make a different game every week. I actually think that would be a much better and smarter way of going about it, and as opposed to making your first game a massive 3D game with level streaming. Okay, so there we go. I think we got it. Okay, let's try this again. Game jams are godlike for streaming, in my opinion. Voxel stuff is not easy. Are you Zeus Monolith? Are you using Unity with your voxel? You know, Zeus Monolith, you know what would be actually an amazing exercise for you to do? Is to make a game engine. Not necessarily to make in order to make a game, but I think that would actually be, you would learn a tremendous amount. And even if you do use Unity, which, might be the right choice if you want to make a game, right? Because you don't, like, I'm telling you to make an engine not in order to make a game, not necessarily, but just to learn how to do that as a learning experience. And I actually think that would be, if I had time, I would like to do something like that. I think having a good understanding of the low-level stuff is very, very helpful. So see, interesting. Okay. What is that bug there? Hallway. It seems like somehow it's not letting me... Okay, there is a bug when you set the gravity of a portal. Hey, Wyatt! You are here. Making an engine is something everyone should do. I've got to go do. So for some reason, when I walk through one of the portals, it's like, I wonder if it's because it's forcing me to be on that gravity. Oh. You know what? It's the... Wait a minute, but that creates the duplicate scene. Okay, I might actually have found a bug here. Yeah, you know what? I actually think I did find... Okay, this might be a bug, so hold on a second. So for some reason, when you walk through this portal, you're getting screwed up. But this portal is up red. Oh, man. Okay, let's load World 015 additively. I want to make sure that these are... What a bug, man. Okay. So... okay, so... Right, so that the reason why it was causing a problem is because that this... You can see that this portal is, they're not in the opposite directions, right? Like this portal is facing, it's facing the X direction, and we had this portal facing the Z direction. That's something that needs to get detected. So actually we do need a curve. We do need a bend after all. Ah. So there's still that this Pro Builder bug where, you know, these things are disappear unless I hit play. Okay, there we go. Let's use this one. Now bring there. Okay, so it's gonna be a little be a bit of a long hallway, but I think, okay, there we go. This is going to, let's remove this scene. Generate a duplicate scene. Now we're gonna go into world 001. So we do now actually have, well, actually, think. Load scene, set active, remove is, I'm thinking we can actually extend this out to 25. You know what, maybe let's do 30. This one's also kind of big, so let's do 25. No, let's do 30 as well, just so that scene gets loaded quite a bit early. Okay, Manifold Garden scene. Let's create a duplicate scene. Hey, Meta Extraco, why not just rotate? I could just rotate the entire level, but then that messes up the portal after that, which messes up the portal after that. Like, it's sort of easier, so you can see, right? If I turn this, and then this gets turned, and then this gets turned, and then these get turned, and these, like, it's easier to change. It's easier to make the changes in the hallway. Again, this is sort of one of the things that I do is, as I kind of continue working on this, I sort of establish some rules about what works and what doesn't, and then we slowly formalize them. But I'm still at a stage where I'm really not too sure what the best way is. So we're just gonna try this and see if it that you know, just kind of see what it feels like to go through that one. Okay, so let's, well, it's 001. Well, I haven't seen Nightbot around. All right, let's see here now. By the way, is anybody here in the chat heading to PAX East or IndieCade East this year? If you are going to be at IndieCade East, you should definitely come say hi. I'll be by the Sony booth. This game will be playable. Alright, so, you know, let's start up from up here. Again, I want to try to experience... Nightbot was napping. Nightbot is fired. I don't know, there must be something going on with Nightbot and Moobot. Okay. So, we've got the portal... Ah, you know what? Fuck. Yeah, okay, so that's a problem. Okay, so that's... Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys saw what the problem was, but, So yeah, I think what I am going to have to do in this case is... Okay, yeah, so this is one of the challenges of designing this game, is that everything is interconnected. So changes do take quite a while. Okay, so what we are going to have to do is actually change this one. So the reason why orange to red doesn't work is because you come through the portal and what? Wait a minute. Okay, so, right. So what happens is you come in through the portal, right? And you're facing in the direction of this, like up, your green is your up when you walk through this portal. Now, because of the orientation of the red portal, of the portal in the stepwell level, this portal has to be facing this direction. And because it's facing this direction, it means that this tunnel has to bend this way. So then what happens though is that when the player comes in here, they actually fall down. And I don't like that. So that has two problems. One is it's not a very... That's like not a fun transition. I think it's much funner to walk through the portal, at least the first time. And then the second problem is you are moving so fast that World 2 doesn't have time to load. Yeah, this is like this whole thing is a puzzle. So I do think actually what we are going to do is and I actually don't like the bend. I've decided I don't like the bend. So, you know, as we are actually going to try to keep the wormholes straight. Yeah, this is yeah, if I do make a game again, I'm making like a 2D procedural. I don't want to do level design anymore. Yeah, this is so challenging because we are not doing, you know, we're not unloading scenes and loading new ones, right? So it's the transitions between the scenes that are just incredibly difficult. Okay. We're going to now. Okay, so fuck. All right. Okay. We are going to load in open scene additive world 015. Yeah, and that was all one person. Stardew Valley, the thing that's amazing about Stardew Valley is I never heard of that game until it came out. And that worries me a bit just because I'm like, my understanding of the zeitgeist is so off. Okay, here now, so Okay, so we need this. Okay, let's see. And I hope this works. Yeah, no, but I think that's the payoff in terms of content is yeah, I'm sure right now it's like I'm totally doing the grass is greener on the other side thing. Um, hey, all right, major idea. I'll see you around. All right, I think Unity is gonna crash on me because the bottom scene is so big. But what we're doing is we are going to. The idea is we want to take this entire scene and rotate it around so that it's facing along the orange direction. Right. Well, yeah. We have no textures, but then we've got all sorts of other problems. Like, look at this. Unity's just stalling right now because I'm moving bottom to another parent object, and I think it's just gonna take a while. Man, really hate it when this happens. If it keeps up for another minute, then we're gonna go ahead and just restart Unity. This is actually like a pretty common problem that I run into on a regular basis. Yeah. Okay, Jesus. All right. It's another 5 minutes. So I actually, what I want to do is I want to actually make each of these sections. I'm gonna make them bigger anyway. Hey, Meta Extraco. Yeah, thank you. The art style has sort of just taken a lot of iteration over time to have gotten this. going to go and make each of these sections a lot bigger. Hey, have I seen No Thing yet? No, I don't even know what that is, actually. By the way, Rare Like a Unicorn, welcome. Hello, and for those of you that are just joining the stream, and if you're enjoying it, make sure to remember to follow. Oh. You know what we should do is we should definitely do a raid later. When this ends. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what No Thing is yet. So come on. Somebody time this. This is like 5 minutes. I mean, there are a number of things I could have done to make this. Like, first of all, we can probably get rid of a bunch of these blocks. Or that can be one long piece. Steps can be a little bit farther apart. Can hey Habibo, yes, I would like to test the game, but we are actually in the middle of moving this. So moving these, so we just kind of need this to need the game to load. Surreal Vaporwave Infinite Runner. Yeah, we are... Okay, there we go. Okay. Dare I move this? Okay. So that is, this is, okay, that is the tunnel. So I need this one to face, I need the orange one to face the opposite direction. So, hey, Varenti, what is up? Unity doesn't crash, but our scenes are so big that selecting objects causes Unity to stall for minutes at a time. Now I need to update the wrap distance, so I think so. That should be, let's see here, 356. Okay, 356, 216. No, so this is actually 217, 216, and then that should be, that says 147. That's fine for now. No, the X offset is, no, the 216, so that should be the Z offset. I don't even know what these offsets mean. Save scene. Okay, we are going to hit play now. And so first of all, this is to world 0. this is 2 world 001, and this is an orange piece. Wait, so this is, which piece is this? This is world 015, this is world 01, so this is, they need to be opposite. Okay. Okay. All right. Almost done. So this is okay. And then this one will be purple. Streaming in 2 items too close to each other, Sanus. I am learning you. Okay, cool. Varenti. Yeah, this is actually my first engine as well. Right. Okay, we are almost there. We need to set up this level correctly so that the portals okay, right, so this is a bit tricky. So this needs to get turned around like this. So this is okay, here we go. That is set up correctly now. Whew. So this is, you would come out to here, walk out of this, you'd walk out of this into that. And I think that is correct. This should get deleted. You would walk. Oh man. Right. Perhaps this sheds light on the question why this game has been taking me so long to make. Okay, so that's needs to get placed in bottom. Okay, save scene. Yeah, that's a problem. I mean, eventually players will do it. Like right now, they can't. You know, we just need to make sure the level loads a lot earlier. But okay, let's. All right, let's test this now. Yes, this level is massive. Alright, let's hit play. Alright, I think I'm gonna end this. We'll test this and then I'm gonna end the stream because I think this actually, today's stream has actually turned out to be quite draining. Oh, so normally the stream starts at 3 p.m. Central Time. That's 2000 hour UTC. But today I had some meetings earlier, so we got pushed back by an hour. But oh man, like sorting out this portal stuff is very exhausting. Oh. Okay. Hold on. So we did not make the optimized versions of Hallway 001. We saved it, but we did not make the optimized versions. And we also had forgotten to connect it. No, wrong. Alright, hold on. We are almost there. Okay, validate world 015. Yes, first game equals small game. And even when you think it's small, it's still going to end up being big. That is the lesson that I learned. Oh, man. Man, this is just so much work. Okay, so let's unload. Let's set this. Let's load. Set active. We gotta find some way to automate some of this stuff, man. This is killing me. Okay, validate current scene. So yeah, this now gets connected to. Okay, that is good. Okay, let's go back now to World 001. Right, Habibo, we are now about to play the game. Yeah, I chose a small game, a small game that takes around 4 years to make. You might want to make something even smaller than that. Alright, let's hit play now. But I think the key here is that it felt too underwhelming before, going out into that little room. But God, man, this is only the beginning. It's only going to get more and more complicated. All right, I'm gonna wrap up the stream in just a bit, but we should do a raid. Oh, awesome! Yes. I do need to be supported. Thank you, Habibo. I appreciate the support. I'm glad to hear that. Some people also find the mechanical keyboard to be very calming. Alright. World Series 1, okay. Follower hype. Oh, we should do yeah, so after I'm done, we should do a raid. So, Habibo, this is the core mechanic. You can walk up to a surface and change gravity, and when I'm in the red gravity, I can interact with red objects. And when I'm in the purple gravity, so for example, when I'm in green, I cannot interact with this button. When I switch to purple, then I can interact with it. So it's got a bunch of puzzles, and it's also got, crazy geometry where the world wraps around and architecture. Let's go here. All right, let's try this out. Okay. Alright, so you kind of come down here after solving a bunch of puzzles. It's about an hour into the game. The whole time you've been waiting to get into this town. Finally you're here, and holy cow, what is this? So you walk through it, and you walk out, and well, the wool wrapping is fucked up. Right. Okay, let's go back to World 015 and fix the wool wrapping. Oh my god. Yeah, this is a problem, right? So this is like in terms of building the game, this is where I start to think, hey, maybe there is a problem with the that's where I start to think that there is a problem with the pipeline, because it's not, you don't want, making changes should not be this difficult. I mean, granted, this is the first time that I'm working with portals, so it's we're still sort of figuring out this pipeline, but this is something that I would identify as a problem. Right now it's taking me way too long to make these quick changes. I should be like, okay, I want World 1 to go into World 3. That's not going to work. Let's replace World 3 with World 002. Okay, that's the right setup. Like, I should be able to sort of change places around, move places around easily. Right now, I'm not able to do that. It might not be a problem. There might not be this much, but if I have to do this again, that's when I would start thinking about how can I optimize this process? How can I write a Unity extension, an editor tool to simplify some of this stuff, to automate some of these things. One example is like, okay, so we got the word wrapping set up, so let's go back. We're going to play through World 001 again. And you guys, so I don't know, some of you guys have been at the beginning of the stream, right? You guys saw how, like, after World 001, you go down that path, you go across a portal, and we just walked into a room, and it felt very underwhelming, and I'm, want to know if now you guys feel that this is a little bit different. Obviously, the element of surprise has been taken away, but, I'm going to assume you guys are watching this because you're interested in kind of behind the scenes of game development. So there is going to be a little bit of spoiler, but don't worry, the actual puzzles, I'm not, whew. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna wrap up the stream after this one. And because my brain is fried now. Like, just sorting out these portals is it's just a lot of work to kind of keep everything in my head. Yeah. Well, the thing is, there's going to be so many changes that are going to be made by the time the game is done. Alright, so, right, we got this. You go outside, you solve a bunch of areas, you solve a bunch of puzzles. Alright, let's see this. So, maybe we can also go to this one, it's all the same. Or that one there. You can go to anything. No, I mean, the portals are definitely, like, cool. I don't want to have a level select screen. It's just such a giant pain. Okay. Here's a cool looking portal. So now, right, so you come down this step. So this is where you finish World 1. And that's about an hour into the game. Finally, you discover this. Okay, I think this feels appropriate in terms of the... Yeah, you guys saw this, right? The what do you guys think about that transition? I think that's much more interesting to... Yeah, like basically, at the end of it, sort of the transition is that you... Yeah, I think that's a much more exciting feel, right? Because you go down this, like, long tunnel. You got these stairs, but really these stairs are basically a joke. Because you don't actually have to walk down them, right? You fall, we get this view... Right, this is like what most people are going to experience. They land. They get the, oh, what the, this is cool. Portal, and then... It's like, holy shit. Okay, yeah, this definitely feels a lot better. Alright, we have some bugs you can see with the roll wrapping. Alright, so okay, that's it. So thank you guys for kind of helping me work that out. The reason why I had, and I'll show you, I'll talk about World 015, which is that hallway. No, I'm not gonna have a small puzzle. The thing is, Garrett, you know why? Is because you just solved a whole bunch of really hard puzzles and like the player needs a break, right? Like visually you just need a break. So I think the reason why I had this world is because, so the idea with this one, and maybe I want to come back later, I think it's just the design, is that you come out into one room and then you walk through this and you come out into the other. And then in the window, you can kind of see the outside and you can make out the shape of it. And I always thought it'd be really cool if at the beginning you go through this hallway and then later on you end up on the outside, like through another portal. And I like the idea of like you thinking that these are two different spaces when really they're in the same space. It's just that you were in the inside and then this time you've come out to be on the outside. So, I mean, you saw that the door had the button, right? So that I like the idea of like having you to open the door and then step out, but the issue here, but I think the issue is that the room that you come into initially is not very exciting, and that's a very underwhelming moment, and I want that to be this incredibly magical, right? You solve this thing, you've come down the stairs, and then boom, out into the... So I think I might use this somewhere else, like I like the idea of it, but I think the execution is not quite there yet. But I just like the idea of having you, like, at the beginning you walk through this and you feel like, and you kind of see the outside, and eventually you kind of come back into it, into the same world, but on the outside, like later on, you know, you can, like, imagine you're walking through this tunnel and you see this secret, I don't know, whatever, some kind of secret thing that you can't get now. And it's like, how do I get outside? How do I get outside? And you walk around this hall and there's no door to go outside. And then, you know, later on you come back out through a portal and you end up on the outside. And the thing is, I don't know if a lot of players will recognize that. People have a very hard time remembering spaces in games. So, but I feel like that's something that for players that do remember it would be very exciting. All right, so it is 5:22 now. I've been streaming for about an hour and a half, and I was just doing this portal thing. My brain is fried. I would like to so we should do a raid on someone. And my friend Lisa, she is a level designer. She's currently playing some Ludum Dare games. So we should go and say hi to her. Yeah, so this is Lisa. She's playing Ludum Dare games. She actually used to work at Insomniac as a level designer, I believe, on Sunset Overdrive, and is now an indie developer, and she streams game development pretty often. She's super cool. So, yeah, we should do that. So let's go to her channel, and I'll put a phrase that we can copy. So we're gonna say, "Give us your cookies and no one gets hurt," which I got that from someone else's raid, and I just thought it was very funny. So yeah, we are going to stop by there. We're gonna tell Lisa hi, and you. Okay, so yeah, and once again, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Twitch, for putting this on the creative channel feature thing. I am going to be streaming tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central, 2000 hour UTC. Today we started an hour later, and we're going to be doing more level design. We're also going to be diving back into code. I'm going to be kind of figuring out the code base, so I think that's going to be kind of fun. How exactly do the portal system work? So, yes, the cheerleaders. Okay, and I will see you guys tomorrow. So head on over to Lisa's stream.